Hello, everybody. Catherine and Charlotta. And one of the things that actually drives me a little bit crazy about the Enneagram community is the sense of fixation around that and self absorption around, oh, I'm this Enneagram point. And so, therefore, that becomes my excuse and my default for who I am. And yet, that's not what the Enneagram was actually intended for. It was intended to give us different lenses so that we can have a more complete picture of who and what we are. It was meant to and intended to give us freedom and to get open up our perspectives, not to fixate and become so self-absorbed in putting on my screen, I'm an Enneagram point, da 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 da, and instinctual da 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 da. No, the truth is we all have all Enneagram points within us and also all Buddha families within us.
Mm,
So, um, Charlotta, what do you think of that?
I think it's wonderful because the same thing happens in the Tibetan Buddhist system, we talk about the five Buddha families, which are five ways of being. They're connected to five elements, five directions, but also five personality types, five types of wisdom, and also five ways that we can be encumbered. And so there can be that same search for, oh, am I karma? Am I Ratna? Am I Buddha family? Am I Padma? Am I Vajra? And then this identity that builds up around it. And so the way I like to think about it is good to know ourselves, right? This is the core of so many
Mhm,
wisdom traditions. Know thyself. Who am I?
mhm,
How do I function? How do I recognize the patterns that drive me and the tendencies that I have? But why do we do this? Why do we come to know ourselves? It is
mhm,
so that we can actually be in the world more fully, so that we come to know, you might say, the vehicle of this being human. Kind of like if you get into a car, you want to know, where are the wipers? How do I go into drive? Where is the, reverse? But you don't want to just stay in the car all day and figure out your systems. The point of knowing the system, knowing the vehicle, is so that you can move, so that you can go somewhere. And so the reason we come to know our Buddha families or our Enneagram type is so that we come to know this vehicle and how we can skillfully move in and through our lives, that we can serve others, that we can bring joy to the world, that we can do our work in the world, that we can actually live out of that wholeness that is the ground of this course. So there's a great Zen saying by the Dogen, great Zen master, and he says, to know the self is to forget the self. To forget the self is to know the 10,000 things. And I think that's what we're doing here is come to know yourself so that you can forget yourself and be in your wholeness, be in the fullness of life, and be with the 10,000 things.
mhm. That is so beautiful and so true. And I also want to speak about how it's not just to cultivate an inner observer and to distance ourselves from our actual experience. And this is what you're pointing to, is to actually be in our experience so that we understand those 10,000 ways, those 10,000 steps. So beautiful, Charlotta. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine. Looking forward to it. Please join
L-
us.
Yes, please join our course.